Good evening, everyone. Once again, welcome back on this capacity building training for 1,000 Nigerian Civil Servants and ICT, which is organized by Hammad Technologies and Consultancy Limited. So, as we said, the training is going to hold on for 40 days, and by Allah's grace, today is our day 32 on this training, and we only have 8 days to go. So, as always, we'll start by showing our outlines. And our outlines for today goes like this. We have recap on the 31. We have nested if. Then we have question and answer session. Then we have conclusion. So a recap on the 31. On the 31, we talked about if function in MS Excel. If function, as we say, the function is one of the most powerful and commonly used function in Excel that allows you to make a decision based on a given condition. The function will allow you to give a specific condition, and you will determine what will be the outcome if the value is true, and you will also determine what will be the outcome if the value is false. It has a, as we said, it has a syntax like logical text. That means the condition you want to check in, the condition you want to give the function. Then we have value if true. That means what to return if the condition is true. If the given condition is true, so what do you want it to return? Then we also talk about value if false, one of the syntax of the function. That means what to return if the given condition is false. So that's what we talk about on the 31. And moving into our today's class, we have nested if. Nested if. Yeah, it's also if function, but this one is if inside if. Like it's a if function that you can give a multiple condition at the same time. This nested if you can give it a multiple condition at the same time, and the same it will give you the same result. So now let's go to MS Excel interface so that we'll talk about it and practice it there together. So let me just share my screen now with you. So now let's say we have this student result sheet. This student record. So just on this record that we have their names, first CA, second CA, their exam, and also their total mark. So now we want to, let's see, let me just return this to grade like this. We want to give them a grade. So how do you give them a grade? Are we going to follow them one by one and see their total mark, and based on their total will determine if the 70 is A or 70 is B, and just give them individually or what? So you can use if, nested if here to give them their grade. Normally that's how we say we can give it a multiple condition at once. So let me just start like this. Say when a student score 70 and above, his grade is A. When the student score 60 to 69, that means his score is B. Then suppose student score 50 to 59, that means his grade is C. When a student score 45 to 49, that means his grade is D. When a student score 40 to 45, that means he score a grade of E. And also when a student score below 40, that means he failed. So how are we going to do that? Using if nested, or let's say nested if. So it's simple. We're just going to start applying our uh, condition to the using the just start giving it condition using the conditions we explained today. That means greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So now we're going to start. Let's see. We have like this equals to if open bracket. So this our logical text. This cell H2. Let's see. If this cell is less than or equal to, let's say 39, that means from 39 to 0, that means you fail. So that's our logical test for our first statement. Let's see, comma, what do you want it to return if the value is true? You want it to return F like this, God forbid, like this. So then we say, comma, so what will be our value equals? So we don't need value equals here. We don't need it. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to apply another statement. Let's see like this. If, again, our logical text is our total here like this, what do you want it to do? Let's say value, if it is less than or equal to 42, that means we want it to return, let's see, comma, we finish giving our condition. So what do we want it to return? We want it to return E like this. So let's finish this statement also. So we're going to move on to the next one. So we're going to say again, if open bracket, again our logical text, so which value is less than or equal to, that means 49. So if it's less than 49, what do you want it to return? Less than or equal to 49. You want it to return D like this. So we finish this condition. So you're going to say again, if open bracket, our logical test, if it is less than or equal to, say, 59, what do you want it to return? If the value is true, we want it to return like this, close bracket. So we finish our condition here. Let's see, comma. Then we say again, if our logical text is less than or equal to 69, what do we want it to return? If the given condition is true, we want it to return V like this. We close our double quote. Then we say comma. The next thing is if open bracket, if our if our cell reference is. So now we're going to use greater than or equal to because there is no other grade above A. So that means that that's the end from 70 to AP to 100 or to 200 if there is such school. So from 70 we're going to use greater than, that means there is no other grade above A. So you're going to say it's because greater than or equal to 70 like this. So what do you want it to return if the given value is true? We want it to return A like this. So there is one thing about this if statement. No matter how many how many statement you open, that's how many bracket you going to close. We know in our normal if you only close one bracket because you open only one bracket. So here, if you open 100 statement, you're going to close 100 statements. So now we're going to count how many bracket did we open. That means how many if statement did we have. So we're going to close it. So let's see, we have one here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we open 6 brackets. So that's how many bracket we're going to close. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as you can see, we finish writing our formula. So before we press enter and see our result, there is one thing I want you to know. Some of you may think, so we say here in this place, we say if it is greater than or equal to 70, we want it to return A. So here we say if it is less than or equal to 69 to return B. But here 49 is less than 69. Why if a person score 49? So why will not it give him B, since 49 is less than 69? So one thing, starting from the first place, we said it's less than or equal to 69 to return F. So the second condition, we say less than or equal to 44 to return E. So this condition is going to override this one. The moment we apply another condition, it's going to override the first one. So the moment you score below this specific number that we were given, that's where it's going to give you this. So this condition is going to start from the number that is next to this one. That means 40 to this one. So that's how this one override the first one. So that's how a statement works. That's how it works. So now let's press enter and see our result like this. So you can see we have 70, we have A, the first one. So let me just drag through the rest of them and see what do we have. So as you can see, let me just make it center so that you can see it normally. So as you can see, our grade is normal and it's ready. You see, we have 49, we have D here, with 70, 70A, 40, we have E, 76, we have A, 39, we have F, 43, we have E, and so on. So let me just change this one to 30, let's see, we have 30 here. Automatically, it will give him F. You see, we have F here. So let's say we score 69 here, it will turn to B. As you can see, 69 is B because our condition says so. So this is how you apply if inside if, that is how you can give if multiple condition. And this is not the only place that you can use it. They can use it anywhere else. Depend on what you are working on. So this app is very powerful and it's very useful and it's very important in our daily work using MS Excel. It's very useful. You can use them Using, you can match them together using our previous condition that we use. Can